The Garden Within. In a world that never seems to stop, three friends, Cadence, Kenji, and Elara, lived in a town where being busy was the only way to be. They were always moving, always studying, and always smiling, even when they felt like they were running out of air. They didn't realize that they were each like a garden that needed more than just sunshine to grow. They needed care, rest, and the right kind of fuel. Cadence was the fastest runner in the county. She believed her body was a machine that should never fail. So she pushed through the pain and skipped meals to save time. She relied on sugary energy drinks to keep her moving, ignoring the way her heart raced and her muscles ached. She thought stopping to eat or rest was a sign of weakness, not realizing she was running on empty. One evening, Elara found Cadence sitting on a porch, staring at her swollen ankles and feeling faint. Elara didn't tell her to get back up. Instead, she sat down and handed Cadence a glass of cool water and a bowl of fresh, colorful berries. "Your body isn't an enemy to be conquered," Elara said gently. "It's the only home you'll ever have. You have to give it real nourishment if you want it to carry you." Kenji's challenge was different. His mind was like a library where the lights never went out. He stayed up long past midnight, his face bathed in the blue light of his phone and laptop as he chased perfect grades. He filled his body with salty snacks and caffeine, thinking he was being productive, but his thoughts were becoming a tangled, foggy mess that left him feeling anxious and hollow. Cadence saw Kenji's struggle and took him to the edge of a quiet stream, away from the buzz of his devices. She showed him how to sit still and watch the water move. "You don't have to solve every problem at once, and you don't have to be on all the time," she whispered. "Sometimes, the most productive thing you can do for your mind is to let it go quiet and breathe." Elara was the one who kept everyone happy. She was the artist and the listener, but inside she was hiding a storm of her own. She felt that if she showed her sadness or her fear, she would let everyone down. She used her art to hide, painting over her feelings with bright colors while neglecting her own need to talk and be heard. Kenji noticed the way Elara's smile didn't reach her eyes. He sat with her in the studio and picked up a brush, not to paint a masterpiece, but just to be there. "You don't have to be the sun every day, Elara," he said. "The rain is what makes things grow too." Elara finally let a single tear fall, and as she spoke about her fears, the heavy weight on her chest began to lift. The three friends, Cadence, Kenji, and Elara, began to meet every Sunday, not to work or to train, but to check on their gardens. Cadence taught them that physical health wasn't about being the best, but about feeling strong and respected. They started trading their processed snacks for crisp vegetables and nuts, taking long, slow walks together, and enjoying the movement instead of the race. Kenji taught them to protect their peace by setting boundaries with the digital world. They learned to turn off their phones 2 hours before sleep, letting their minds drift naturally into rest. They realized that saying no to late-night distractions was a way of saying yes to their own mental clarity, happiness. Elara taught them the bravery of being honest with their emotions. They realized that taking care of their hearts, minds, and bodies with nutritious food, movement, and rest wasn't a chore, it was an act of love. As they, Cadence, Kenji, and Elara, stood together in the morning light, they knew they weren't just surviving the world. They, Cadence, Kenji, and Elara, were finally learning how to thrive in it.